Hello and welcome back to Banking Exam Prep. Today we'll be doing a few questions on phrase replacement. Now, what is the meaning of a phrase? A phrase is a group of words which make sense but not complete sense. That is why it's different from a sentence. A sentence makes complete sense. A phrase is a part of a sentence. So in this exercise that we are going to do, there will be a sentence and a part of the sentence will be highlighted. Now this part which has been highlighted, it can be a phrase, it can be an idiom. An idiom is also a group of words which has a meaning of its own. So we have to focus on the words which have been highlighted and try to identify the error or something which you can improve on. So first let us read the question. In each question, a part of the sentence is highlighted or given within quotes. Below are given alternatives to the highlighted part, A, B, C, D, which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternative. In case no improvement is required, choose E as your option. So let us see the first sentence. The smart and articulate chairman was easily able to bear on all allegations made against him. You have to read the sentence carefully. We'll try to understand the meaning. The chairman, the smart and articulate chairman. Smart, of course, I'm sure you know the meaning. Articulate is a person who is very good with language, who has, language at his command. He can speak very well. So the smart and articulate chairman was easily able to bear on. To bear on has been put within quotes. All allegations made against him. So what is the situation? Allegations have been made, that means complaints have been raised against the chairman, who is very smart, very articulate, who speaks very well. So the chairman was easily able to bear on. So when you read the sentence carefully, you can almost, guess the meaning of to bear on or any other word. So what we have to do is, we have to look at the options and see whether you need to change the words which have been given in quotes. If you change it, will it improve the sentence? So let us see the first option, to barely. That means instead of to bear on, if you use to barely, the smart and articulate chairman was easily able to barely all allegations. Now the minute you say that, it doesn't fit in there, to barely is not the right answer. What about B? Second option, to bear down. The smart and articulate chairman was easily able to bear down all allegations made against him. Well, bear down seems to be okay, because when you read the sentence, you feel it makes sense. But let us keep it open, that option. Let us move on to C. To bear up. To bear up all allegations. Bear up doesn't seem to be okay, because you don't bear up allegations. You are trying to oppose the allegations that have been made against you. So C is not the option. To bear in. Was able to bear in all allegations. That also doesn't seem to be correct. What about the next? No correction required. When you read was easily able to bear on, you know that there is an error there. So no correction required does not apply. So what are we left with? To bear down. It's very interesting when you think about a bear. That a bear normally, when it sort of chases somebody, it will always try to push it down. So with force. So what is the meaning of to bear on? That means to take or to exert pressure. So let us see the answer. What are we left with? To bear down. Option B, to exert pressure or overcome. That means the meaning of the sentence now is that when allegations were made against the chairman, who was smart and articulate, he was able to withstand that, he was able to bear down the allegations. He was able to overcome, he was able to prove that he has not made any mistake, he has not done anything wrong. So the answer is B. Let's look at one more sentence. The employee was forced to carry with the orders of his boss. The employee. So, there's an employer and an employee was forced to carry with. To carry with has been given within quotes. The orders of his boss. So, when you read the sentence, employee was forced to carry with, that it doesn't fit in there. There is a mistake there. So, if you know there is a mistake, option E is ruled out. You have to correct. You have to do something to improve the sentence. Let's go through the options. Option A, to carry on. The employee was forced to carry on the orders of his boss. Normally, when you say something, if somebody is asked to do something, what does he do? He carries out that work or that job. So the terms used, these are idioms we should be familiar with. So to carry on is not the right option. To carry over, the employee was forced to carry over the orders. Carry over is wrong. To carry up the orders of his boss, not right. We are left with D, to carry out. The employee was forced to carry out the orders of his boss, because that's a term that is used when you are talking about some instruction being given to somebody and he carries out those instructions. So we are left with option D, to carry out, which means to execute or perform. Now it's interesting, you must remember now when we use the word execute is a term which has got so many meanings. Here we are using it in the context of perform. Let's see one more sentence. Everyone was shocked to hear that Harish, who was mild-mannered and friendly, had fallen out with his elder brother. Now here you need to know the meanings of these words. Everyone was shocked. That of course I'm sure you know shocked. To hear that Harish, now Harish has been described, who was mild-mannered and friendly. Now when you read this, you come to know that he is not a person who normally picks up a fight with anybody. He is mild-mannered, he is a very friendly person. Had fallen out with his elder brother. So you can guess the meaning, because everyone is shocked that a person who is mild-mannered and friendly had fallen out with his elder brother. So what can had fallen out mean? First of all, you need to know that. And then had fallen out, is it the right usage? So when you read this, and if you know the answer, well, you know it is right, had fallen out. Otherwise, go through the options. Fallen in, had fallen in with his elder brother, is wrong. Had fallen over with his elder brother, is wrong. Had fallen up with his elder brother, wrong. Had fallen along with his elder brother is also wrong. So what are we left with? No correction required. Why? Because the usage is right. Everyone was shocked to hear that Harish, who was mild-mannered and friendly, had fallen out with his elder brother. So what does fallen out mean? Quarreled, fought. So the answer here is option E, no correction required. So you need to study these idioms. You should know the usage, what is the meaning, because all these idioms have a special meaning. So you need to revise or practice on these lines. Let's see the next sentence. On a long road trip with 30 other people, I had to put beside a lot of inconvenience. Now, if you see the sentence, you can guess, you can almost guess the meaning. On a long road trip with 30 other people. So when you are going along the road, on the road, obviously with 30 people, it must be a bus or something like that. I had to put beside a lot of inconvenience. So there is a lot of inconvenience. I had to put beside. This is what has been put within quotes. So when you read it, you know I had to put beside. It doesn't make sense. It's not the right usage. So option E is deleted. Let's go through the other options. Option A. Put on. I had to put on a lot of inconvenience. How can you put on inconvenience? So it is wrong. I had to put up with a lot of inconvenience. That sounds good. But still, let us go on with C and D. I had to put in a lot of inconvenience. You don't put in a lot of inconvenience, it makes situations worse. And what is option D? I had to put down a lot of inconvenience. That is also not right. So the answer, I had to put up with. Because there are 30 people in the bus, it's a long road trip. So there's a lot of inconvenience which you have to tolerate. So put up with means to tolerate, to endure. So the answer is option B, to put up with, to bear, to endure. Let's see one more. The storyline of the movie was so interesting, everybody knew it would going down well with the audience. Very nice movie. The story is very good. So when you see it and you say, oh, this is an interesting story, and what happens? Everybody knows that it is going to be appreciated by the audience. So it would going down well. Now, going down well has been given within quotes, and the minute you read it, you know, well, it's not right. So we have option E deleted. Let's go through option A. Go down slowly. Everybody knew it would go down slowly. No, that doesn't seem to be good at all. Option B, it would go down well with the audience. Yeah. That seems to be the answer. Still we go on and see, check out C and D. Option C, knew it would went down great. Now there the tense is wrong, went down, past tense is wrong. Knew it would pull down well. When something is good, it will not pull down anything. Pull down is wrong. So, as we said earlier, option B is the right answer. It would go down well with the audience. The storyline of the movie was so interesting. Everybody knew it would go down well with the audience. So the answer is option B, go down well. So what's the meaning of go down well? Be liked or be well received. So we have now gone through 5 sentences. We have learned the meanings of 5 idioms. To bear out, which means to exert pressure or overcome. Fallen out, which means quarreled or fought. Go down well, be liked or be well received. To carry out, which means to execute or perform. To put up with, which means to bear, to endure or tolerate. So you have learned the meanings of these idioms, and you have seen now how we can identify the mistake in a sentence and correct it by giving the right alternative. So stay tuned for more prep and practice sessions. Subscribe to TeachYaar.